If you are selling your home, this is not the time to around because you will find out. My client submitted an offer on a house that had been sitting on the market for about 70 days. It was a cash offer with no contingencies. So this means that no appraisal would have been required. This means that it was a very quick closing. The seller countered, and there's nothing wrong with countering, but what they countered was greedy. They're asking my clients to purchase the home as is without any repairs being made to the house. They didn't even share the seller disclosure, so my client had no idea what the condition of the home was like. However, they were willing to go forward with the purchase with those conditions, with the understanding that they'd be able to have an inspection. The problem was that the seller wanted even more money. So they wanted the home to be purchased as is, and they wanted the buyer to come up with even more money at closing. And my client agreed to everything else except for the more money. So they countered again to go back to the original offer price, and then the seller countered again. This time they're asking for even more money, and in the original offer they were willing to pay for the buyer's representation fee. This time no longer. They're going to take some of that off, so the buyer has to bring even more money to the table. My buyer said, no, not a chance. We are tired of going back and forth with a seller. We're done. We're going to go find another home. A couple hours later, seller comes back saying, can we make it work if we did this? Buyer says, nah, we're still not interested. We got a sour taste in our mouth. We're just going to find another house. A couple hours after that, seller comes back again and says, you know what? We're just going to give you everything you want. Let's go ahead. The house is yours. Buyer's not interested. Buyer lost interest in that house. They have no interest in working with these sellers. They're going to go find another house. Buyers are so freaking fed up with the real estate market over the last few years. They're fed up with the high prices. They're fed up with the high interest rates. They're fed up with all of the games sellers have been playing over the last few years. And no longer are many of them willing to waive their rights to inspections or waive the appraisals. They're tired. So sellers, listen to my advice. Stop playing games. If you have an offer, negotiate in good faith and stop being freaking greedy, because this specific house was already overpriced by $30,000 ish, and they had a good buyer and they just pissed it away.